Greetings and salutations, Exiles. In this video, I'll just be discussing thralls and the new meta on two-handed weapons. So I've done about, I got two metrics that I've been kind of working on. So what I'll do is I'll equip the same thrall with a variety of different weapons, in hopes to kind of isolate which weapons do the best. And so there's a few of them that perform better generally than the rest. But there's two things, because the Sword of Crom now is they've done something with the AI on the watch this be named. No. So they've done something with the AI with the Crom sword, and so what he does is when he holds the sword, he'll do a swing, and then he'll take a couple steps back. He'll do a swing, take a couple steps back, and what this does is it eats up all of the DPS time, and then it puts him in the window being knocked down or his combat to be interrupted. So it kind of like breaks up the hyper armor, because when he's in a swing, he can't be interrupted because two-handed swords have hyper armor. So it gives that opportunity for an interruption in hyper armor. So, but it doesn't do that with other swords, like the dragon bone two-handed sword, which is arguably the best sword in the game now, because it's the easiest to maintain. There's a plethora of baby dragons that you can farm for the if you put a weapons kit on there, you get almost, I think it's 69 damage, which is really good, really good. And so there's two swords that are better as far as raw alpha damage that I've been able to come across. One of them is the was it the Scourge King two-handed sword, Tarlo Sorrow or whatever it is, that with a weapons enchant that does 73. And then there's also the Blade of the Adventurer, which does 74 without a weapon enchant. The only problem with that one is it has 9 armor pin instead of the 15. So it's kind of between those three swords: the Blade of the Adventurer, the was it Tallow of Sorrows, and the Dragon Bone are so far the best all around, because they don't fall into that thrall aggro breaking, so it's just raw damage. And so what I've been doing is I would test it on a baby dragon. So, like, for example, the Sword of Crom took me 50 seconds to kill on the baby dragon. I've been able to get as good as 22 seconds with the Dragon Bone sword. And a few instances I've gotten, because I've run the same. I've probably done it 20 times, and it's kind of hit or miss. There is a degree of variance in there, but usually it's around, all three of those swords are around 25 seconds, and I've had as good as 18 seconds on the King's Scourge sword, Saros, Torlos. I'm not look. I don't remember what it is. I'm not looking at it, but spears do really well too. A Dragonbone spear is right there with those three. I've been trying to find something that is kind of comparable in that, to where it, the nice thing about the Dragonbone spear is that it has the range, and if you can get the right thrall that does, because not all thralls are created equal, especially in their raw alpha damage. Like, people often get caught up in the ones who have the most hit points are better, but there's two thralls that I have come across that just do phenomenal damage. One is the thralls in the volcano. The two named thralls in the volcano do phenomenal damage. Also, the thrall in Sumerian Berserkers. Sumerian Berserkers still are probably the top 3, top 2 DPS as far as thralls go. And so And plus they're the easiest to get. So if you get yourself in a bad situation, and you lose a thrall, it's not like it's the end of the world. You can just get them back on the wheel, and you have one of your top DPSing thralls, and so they're called berserkers for a reason. And so I forget the guy's name. It's like something flesh stripper, flesh eater. He's one of my top alpha damage, and then the berserker. And it's really challenging. I've tried him with. I've also tried to do like shield axe combinations, thinking that the combined damage would do really well. And I realize that not all monsters are created equal. And often what ends up happening is he'll go to block the attack. He'll block the attack, but then the follow up attack will be something that knocks him down, and it interrupts the hyper armor in general. So yeah, definitely. I think I would conclude this will just be an update video, but as always, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.